gamers? Today we are going to discuss the White Tower Rush, the new most overpowered thing in the world. It requires immediate nerfs, or so they say. We're gonna start with this little video that I think like sparked it all.
Throughout history, there have been two ways of waging warfare. Honorably or dishonorably. During the medieval era, one of the most dishonorable generals in military history would create a strategy used to commit genocide against lower-level innocents. He was only known to others as the Nameless Guy, but his new disgraceful strategy would be known to all as the White Tower Rush.
It is one of the most shameful undertakings ever embarked upon by our species. The Nameless Guy was hell-bent on slaughtering every player in the medieval world with his White Towers.
The White Tower Rush is a relatively straightforward strategy. Essentially, you first send your villagers to hunt to gain extra food. Once you gain that extra food, you then collect enough gold to advance to Age 2. But once at Age 2, instead of making an early army, you'll send nearly all of your villagers to the enemy's base. And from the enemy's perspective, he's now all of a sudden seeing a giant white tower built right next to his town center. Once that white tower is built, you start running out of options very quickly.
Damn. Well, this purple bot is not playing this well, actually.
Wow! Incredible!
Okay, so the video just goes through the games, I guess. Just highlights, if you will. Notice one thing. Where's the game time? I would love to see game time. I'm assuming this is like 8 minutes. Both of his opponent at 8 minutes got 3 units. Okay, the other guy had a spearman, 2 spearmen and an archer. This guy got 3 onas. Love that.
We gotta know!
The music's good though.
Out of here! I've got power! I love Satan! And I'm gonna torture you to death!
It's a good meme build.
You guys think that's okay? You guys think that's okay? That will
Wait, that's Orthosis.
be patched 100%.
That's Orthosis.
You will fall!
Oh, where was that from? Yeah, that's the TC rush. Yeah.
All I wanted to do was, like, I was fucking lonely. I wanted to fucking stream and have a good time, man. Have a good game.
Don't cry. Don't cry. Okay, third victim. Okay. Let's see.
You walked into an ambush.
Let's see. This guy had 2 units, so we're going down on the unit part. 3 units. This guy has 2 units, okay? Even though he has Hippodrome. Okay, poggers. Okay, Ram's coming out. Alright. 4th victim. I'm gonna make a prediction here. I'm gonna make a bold prediction. This opponent will have 0 to 3 units. Oh, it's 0 units this time. Okay, Rams are coming out. We've seen this one before. Boss stage. Conquer 1 boss stage. Okay. He built it. Boom. Nice. Boom, 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 boom. He wrote easiest game of my life. Damn. Okay, so why am I showing you this? By the way, the guy clickbait my face. I just want to say that. Like, I'm in the title. I don't show up in the video anywhere, right? You know how on Reddit, like, 1 week JD is unbeatable, and then, like, I make a guide, and then nobody makes a complaint about it. Suddenly, it's game is balanced, right? Then, like, China is unbeatable. Then, like, Tower Rush is, right? There's always something unbeatable, and then it just disappears after about a week or 2. So now we have gotten to the White Tower Rush. That's unbeatable. I've seen people asking for nerfs, asking me to make a guide against the White Tower Rush, and I just wanted to kind of go through it. So this has been posted 18 hours ago. There'll be a follow-up cinematic documentary of me getting Conquer rank on one-on-ones, only losing 2 out of the 19 matches while I Tower Rushed. I'm officially a Conquer rated player solely by Tower Rushing. The devs must either nerf this strategy or I will never stop. Okay. That was a fun video, I will say that. That was a good video, little meme here and there. You know, love that. Now let's go back to reality, okay? And this is the reality. Multiple people have reached Conquer with villagers only. Dinky reached Conquer with villagers only 2 years ago. Corvinus reached Conquer with villagers only a year ago. There's been other people that I know of that reached Conquer with villagers only, which is like, you cannot go lower than that. You know what I mean? It's like maybe houses only, you know? But I don't think that's gonna work out. So why am I saying this? The point is, you can reach Conquer in AoE 4 with anything only. If you think about it, some people challenged me to do Spearman only to Conquer. And I said, that would be easy. And they're like, yo, no way! How are you gonna do that? Only Spearman? That's crazy! And I said, people have done it with villagers only. So if I can make units, right? What makes you think that I wouldn't be able to reach Conquer? Right? You can reach Conquer with anything. I can reach Conquer with only Spearmen, only Archers, only Horsemen, only Scouts. Right? I mean, only Scouts is villagers plus Scouts. It's like a bonus on top of that. This guy reached Conquer White Tower Rushing. Cool. But that's all it is. It's just a meme. It's just cool. The strategy, the White Tower Rush, sucks. I'm sorry, but it sucks. It is good in low leagues, right? It's good. And yes, Conqueror 1, I'm sorry, but it's not a top league. Conqueror 1 is closer to Platinum than it is to Conqueror 3. In High Conqueror 3, rather. Do I think that this can work? Yeah. So can pulling 5 villagers and like villager rushing your opponents. Doesn't mean it's good. You can also do 5 TC to conquer. I guarantee you, if I go on ladder and I go 10 town center Mongol every game to conquer, I'll do it. Does that mean it's good? Of course not. Now, he says, the devs must nerf this strategy or I will never stop. I'll stop you right there, actually. Let's play 5 games. I'll beat you 5-0. You can pick my civs. You ain't gonna win a single game. In fact, you won't even build one White Tower anywhere. In fact, you're probably not even going to gather enough gold to build a White Tower. It works in lower leagues because the players are like AFK in their base. I mean, in this video, right, there's nobody's making units. Everyone's just like, oh, I got a spearman and an archer. That's my army at 8 minutes, right? Can the strategy work? Yes. Is the strategy good in low leagues? Sure, anything is good in low leagues. Villagers are good in low leagues. Tower rushing, you know, whatever. It was a good video. The video was good. Yes, I agree with that. The video was funny. That's impossible. Reddit has assured me your idle time has balanced it out. So this guy is high on copium that, you know what he's trying to say? Like, oh no, man, people said you lose a gathering time, so it's not good. Yes, it is not good. 20 villagers going idle across the map is not good in any way, shape, or form. Here we go. We have Reddit suggestions for nerfs. How would I nerf it? Make all landmark keeps only buildable within extended influence from landmark TC. Guys, this build has been out. White Tower has been out for like 4 years, okay? 2.5 years. The king has been changed a few months ago. But the strategy just became unbeatable today. It's a huge negative player experience, which is actually the important part. See, that's a good question. Is it a negative experience for players, so they should change it because it's easy to execute? Which it is easy to execute, by the way. And I can see it being like the Mongol TC Rush, where it's... But Mongol TC Rush was overpowered, right? Like, Mongol TC Rush was played in top Conquer, apparently, and people couldn't properly deal with it. This is more like, I think that... You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Mongol Tower Rushing. Remember that whole fiasco where I was saying that Mongol Tower Rush isn't OP, it's just a lot harder to defend it than it is to execute it? And I got lynched for it. For that opinion. How dare I say that it's not overpowered? I think it's the same thing. Except, yeah, Mongol Tower Rush is a good build. This build is not good. But I do agree that perhaps it does bring like negative player experience if this becomes a thing. But don't worry, at the end of this, I will give you guys a guide how to defend this. I will give you 100% foolproof guide how to beat this. You will never lose a game against White Tower Rush ever again. A basic strategy would take silver level skill to execute and a conqueror level to counter is not good for the game. Okay, that is not true. Okay, that is not true at all whatsoever. This does not take a lot of brain to execute, yes, but saying that it requires a conqueror level to counter is very much not true. What happens if the other guy makes units and he gets downvoted? He gets downvoted. They're like, shut up, idiot. Shut up, moron. Nobody makes units in this game. You dodge the units and maneuver around them. If you don't scout it, you lose. But if you do scout it, you just auto-win because it's a cheesy strategy. So yeah, if you don't scout it, you lose. I think we can agree on that. I agree with him on that. If your opponent makes 0 units, does no scouting, and you finish the White Tower in his base, then he loses, yes. But if the opponent actually is playing the game, like making units and stuff, and sees it, then you lose. Or the White Tower Rush guy loses. The Snail Trail says he wants to play. Alright, I'll play in 5 minutes. Tell him he can pick 5 of my civs. We'll play Dry Arabia. Alright. Now, there was an analysis of the White Tower. And let's go through it. There's been a lot of talk and complaints about the White Tower drop lately, so I thought I'd break it down. Few people seem to understand how much it really costs for the opponent to do this. For reference, this strategy involves fast castling, spamming rams, yada yada. Costs, lost villagers. It's rare to get away with this strategy without losing at least 2 to 3 villagers. Travel time. Villagers need to walk an average of 30 to 45 seconds. It depends if he has wheelbarrow or not, and obviously it's map dependent, but it's closer to 45 than 30. And I'm assuming he doesn't get wheelbarrow. 467 res. Okay, and then include the build time. Okay, there is construction time. So you lose 467 res walking there, just to get to the enemy base. 426 res by building it with that many. So you lost like 900 already, right? And then the landmark is 1.8k resources. Most of your villagers are now in wood. They won't be able to field many gold/food units, which is why he's probably making rams only, right, from it. Home base is now undefended. New villager produced 30 for archers or towers. 6 is not correct, because he would probably have all the villagers under TC on sheep, I would assume. Overall, if you remain in feudal, you should be approximately 2.7k resources ahead of your opponent plus 2 villager lead. If you also choose to castle, the difference is only 541 res plus 2 villager lead. What they gain? A fortified position in your base and garrison space for villagers. 2 times production, deny you 1 or 2 resource point, render a few existing buildings useless/inaccessible. How to counter? Move your eco away, build military. You have 2.7k resources to play with, so spend some on production. Put towers on it to deny their new wood line. That's incorrect. This is the correct one. You don't need to move your eco, just make army, that's it. And now the top comment is basically, there's nothing new about an all-in. There's thousands of different versions of them in different games. The entire point is to kill you while their power spike lasts. It's not about sustaining eco. Stop their villager production, you win. No, you don't. They only need to kill 2 landmarks, 2 feudal landmarks. I like how everyone's assuming that your opponent will always be in feudal for some reason. Like, you can get to castle, but your opponent is always in feudal, right? I love that train of thought. What if you have a 3rd landmark that is not close to White Tower? What then? You're also ignoring the fact that White Tower can produce any castle siege unit, yada 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 yada. And listen, no, hey, look at this. I accept, although I will say if he plans to make a guide to beat it, seems pointless doing it in 5 matches where he sees it coming. The effectiveness of White Tower Rush comes from its unpredictability. Now the goalpost is moved. So you're saying if I scout, you lose, which is what I said. Now we're moving the goalpost a little bit. We're getting scared. Either way, I am up for playing 5 games where this chat that says it is unbeatable and he is a Conquer level player. As another Conquer level player, I would love to play against you. And I guarantee you, it is not going to work. In fact, I will go as far to maybe even let you build a White Tower. You know what I mean? I will even let you finish the White Tower and you're still gonna lose. Because there is a counter. Because the strategy sucks in high leagues. Balton says, wow, enemy making 20 horsemen is so strong if you don't scout. Yo, true. If you're watching this fiesta on YouTube, thank you for watching. If the nameless guy accepts my challenge to play against me, I'll upload that too. And if he bails out, because apparently the strategy is not that overpowered, then there won't be an upload. YouTube gamers, check me out on Twitch. I'm probably live right now. Twitch gamers, let's see if he's gonna wuss out.